What's good? It's Jordan. Today, I'll be talking to you about rejection is protection. See, on this path and this journey, we have the ability to understand that not everything is for us. We have to understand this on our mission, on our journey, on our path, because many times we may try to leap forward and try to gain every opportunity that we can within this life and within this world. And sometimes we may try to go out there and try to make it seem like we are accessible to everybody. But what we have to understand is on this journey, on this mission, on this path, not everything is for you. And we have to understand this because we're not going to fit in everywhere. Not everyone is going to like us. Not everyone is going to like what we say, like what we do. Not everyone is going to feel the way about us that we may feel about ourselves. And this is perfectly fine and perfectly normal. We have to understand this because oftentimes we may not know ourselves and we may try to fit in with everyone and everywhere. And simply what we all have to understand is not everyone is going to like us. No matter how hard we may try to please these people, they may not like us. And that is fine. We all have the ability to be around the influences of what we are influenced by, positive or negative. And when I say that we're either going to be around positivity or negativity. What we understand and identify with is what we're going to be around. And we cannot try to force ourselves to be around things that don't serve us any positive purpose if you're a positive individual. If you're not a positive individual and you're an individual that just likes negativity, so to speak, then that is all on you. And I believe that the more we grow up and the more older we get, there's the ability for us to learn ourselves. There's the ability to learn what we like and what we don't like, the ability to understand the influences and what we may be influenced by in this life. And the best thing that we have to offer within ourselves is understanding and identifying what we will place ourselves around. And it's a hard pill to swallow because I know that many people have been taught that when you go out into this world, everybody's going to like you and everybody's going to want to be around you. But the reality is, like, even if you don't do anything, there's going to be people who just don't like you just because they just don't like you. And also, you may go out there and you may see somebody else and you may not like that person as well. You may not like how they maneuver, their behaviors, and what they do within themselves. And that's perfectly normal and perfectly fine. But just the act of trying to fit in and please everybody, you're never going to be pleased. When you try to please everybody, you're never going to be pleased within yourself. And I believe that we all have the freedom to have our own opinions. We all have the freedom to have our own mindsets and how we may view the world and the perspectives of what we may see within the world. And I believe that if somebody has a different perspective from me, then I will hear what they have to say. And I know and understand that everyone comes from a totally different place than I do. So for me, I try my best to just listen and hear what others have to say and what others may do within their life if they're open to hearing what I say and what I do within my own personal life. And I believe that this helps everybody understand each other in a more fruitful and positive way. Just understanding, and I think that when we come to an understanding within this world and come to an understanding within each other and understand the importance of looking at things from a different perspective, then we all can unify and come together. I believe that the more we spread hatred, the more we may try to do things from a negative perspective, it's never going to bring peace, but more negativity. And I believe that we all as humans are judgmental, and we all as humans might have done or said things in the past that might have been negative and not been positive. And I believe that we all as humans have the ability to recorrect ourselves, redevelop ourselves, research, and do all these things to higher our standards when it comes to our mentality and how we may view the world and how we may view things in the world. Because if we pay attention to the times, knowledge has been something that has been acquired through centuries. And the more knowledge that we have acquired within this daily age is the more we have seen the world for what it is. And I believe the more information has been processed within this world and within this life, it's the more ability for us to be aware of what's going on. And we have to understand that, especially with knowing and understanding who God is within my life, I understand that there's going to be many various topics and many various things that come to light where people may be confused and they may not understand. But I also believe that everyone has a different timeline within their own personal lives. And some may understand earlier and others may understand later. But we have to provide people with the ability to experience things within their own life and the ability to provide them the understanding that, hey, within this life, there's going to be many various different things that happen to you, but you still can conquer those things that try to destroy you. And I believe that in this life, when we go through this life with everything, there's going to be rejection at hand, and we cannot take it personal. All we can really do is just move forward, live in the truth, try to correct our errors, try to move in a more authentic and genuine way, and try our best to understand and identify with how we can move in a more stronger format for future reference and for future use. I believe that rejection is protection. And I believe that even when it comes to business, you may have a business proposal or a business idea that you may want to conduct within your own life. And it may be denied by somebody else. That may be protection because you might have not known if that business would have tanked if you had used that plan. You might have tried to apply for this position in this career and it might have not went through and you might have felt sad about that. That could have been projection from something that you do not know about. And we can even look at this in social groups and group dynamics. We might try to be around people, and those people may not like us. Those people may not want to be around us. Those people may not want to have anything to do with us. And we just have to understand that that's protection as well, because not everybody you're supposed to be around, not everybody I'm supposed to be around. And the same for others as well. They may not want to be around me or other people. So that's a fair assessment when we view things. And I believe that through everything that we might see when it comes to rejection, you never know. It could be protection, protection from something that you do not know about. And I believe when you go through this life looking at it from that perspective and from that way, then you're able to actually evolve and understand why your life is like this in a positive way. Because I believe that things could be worse. And I believe that if you're able to see the light of day today, you're able to see the light of day for a reason. And understanding your reasoning for that is important because everything in this life is important. We just have to see the importance in things in this life. And I believe that every day we also have the ability to grow. Every day we're constantly growing in our mindsets and in our mind frame. every single day. Every day that you wake up, you have the ability to grow. And we should be using that to our advantage to be much more stronger people within this life today, including myself. So today, I'll be leaving you with this scripture. I hope that the scripture can help you in your daily personal life today. John 15:18. Know that if the world hates you, know it has hated me before it hated you. I hope that on this journey, you know and understand that there's going to be times where people may not like you, they may hate you, they may want to see you destroyed, but know and understand that in this life, we have the ability to stand strong, stand firm, do it all. I want to thank you for watching. Peace.